The first film I'll be talking about in my video diary today is Stutterer. It's a United Kingdom film, and it was directed by Benjamin Cleary, and it was a drama. In fact, it won Best Drama at Aesthetica Film Festival over the weekend. The reason why I liked Stutterer was because it was so different to anything that I've ever seen. It kept me wanting more, like, the whole time. It was basically about a young man who has a really bad stutter and can't talk, and the whole idea of the drama was him trying to meet new people. And he had a conversation with a woman on Facebook, and they'd been talking for 3 years, they'd never met, and she asked him to meet. So there was this whole sense of worry that, I felt worried for him because he couldn't talk to anyone. He found it difficult to even talk to his own dad. And basically, the thing I loved about it the most was the narrative. They had a voiceover, they had him, you could hear his thoughts. And to me, that represented, like, he was stuck with that. He was trapped inside his own mind. He couldn't escape from his own thoughts. He desperately wanted to talk to someone, but he just couldn't. The theme of loneliness came through strongly as well, because he couldn't talk to anyone. He was the film started with him in his office on his own, learning sign language, and immediately you think that he's learning sign language, so he doesn't have to talk to people. He can just tell them he's deaf, and he judges everyone that he sees out on the street. So he has a routine. He works, then he goes outside for a cigarette, and he always sees the same person every time he goes out for a cigarette. And every time he sees them, in his head, he thinks about what type of person they are, what they do for a living, where they've been the night before. And he points out their flaws, but also points out how unique they are. But he also judges himself. He's too embarrassed to even, go. He can't even speak to his dad. And when he tries to, his dad understands, but he's so embarrassed of his stutter. He wants normality, he wants love. Love is like a strong theme throughout this drama. When she first offers to meet him, he declines. He's so worried about what she'd think of him. And towards the end, he accepts. And there's this beautiful moment when he's getting ready and he's buying flowers and he's walking through the street, and we hear all his voices in his head over and over and over and over, all these questions that he wants to ask her. How are you doing? You look beautiful, etc. And over and over and over in his head, like a big mess in his mind. And he walks to the pub and he sees her across the road, and the audience are thinking, oh my God, this is it. He's actually going to meet her. And then we find out that she's deaf. And the reason why he was learning sign language wasn't because he couldn't communicate with anyone. It was because he wanted to communicate to her. And what I found most beautiful about that was they're both unique and they both have issues, but that's brought them together. And I think it definitely deserved to win Best Drama. It was definitely the best film I saw over the weekend.